Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of what? It's going to be StarCraft Brood War Remaster today on Metropolis. It's going to be one heck of a TVZ featuring Jaedong and RoyaL. Top left, it is RoyaL. ASL champ. Bottom right, it is a Larva. Legend Larva. You know this guy. He's been playing since, I don't know, 20 plus years ago. I have so many replays of him on my channel. I think I have a playlist for him. Did you know there are playlists for players on my channel? Just go ahead and go to the main page of my channel, youtube.com/FalconPaladin. There is a playlist option, and bam, there you are. You want to see more Larva? Check out the Larva playlist. So, a TVZ on a Metropolis. Metropolis just kind of reminds me of a city, right? But this doesn't feel like a city to me. It's a junglescape. We've got rocks and trees and bushes everywhere, space platforms. It's not a city on any right, and there was a map in StarCraft 2 named Metropolis back in 2010, which was a very fun map, and it was a cityscape, because you could build cityscapes in StarCraft 2, but not, I feel like, in StarCraft 1, right? The closest we get is just kind of a mix of, like, small towns and jungles and stuff. Anyway, what's the play going to be here, man? We are walling off with the barracks. No proxies here today from RoyaL. Hatch first, and here is our guy, Larva. Making 2 more drones and powering up his macro. Terror the Overlord, scouting out the wrong direction. Check it out, man. We've got ourselves Terry shirts at falconpaladin.store. You know that already. Steve the SCV scouting out. Again, Steve merch also at falconpaladin.store. Pool coming down. No gas yet. No early gas here from our guy RoyaL. He's just going to expand, go into some Marines, and then see what he wants to do. RoyaL is excellent at transitioning into mech, especially against players like Larva here. So we will see if he does so here today. I have no idea what he's going to do. Just like you. And that rhymed. So, fully walling off here against Zerglings that are not on the map here because the pool is not quite done. Gas finishing being saturated on the spot here by Larva. Still no gas here from our guy RoyaL, just making sure he is safe from a Ling Rush. And the SCV says, oh, okay, so I don't need to be safe from a Ling Rush because the pool is just now finishing. All right, fair enough. Better safe than sorry. I will expand now. And Terror the Overlord says, no sign of the Terran, dude. Larva, what do you want me to do now? Just sit here and scout. Scout stationary. So, we've got gas coming in. We've got Academy planned here from our guy RoyaL. We have an Engineering Bay planned with +1 attack. Look, Engineering Bay, there it is. Haha! So yeah, +1 attack here early. He wants to pressure this hatch first build. Here from our guy Larva. First 100 gas going towards a lair. Second 100 gas, metabolic boost. Ling's checking out, saying, are you going to proxy a starport? Maybe proxy a factory on me, huh? Arya, run! Run, SCV. There's a Ling chasing you. It's a slow Ling. And it's dead now, so never mind. Do not be afraid. Third base, maybe, here. From our guy, Larva. Where's your third? I guess right here? Maybe down here? I think here is the best bet. Because you can defend your natural and your third by putting some lurkers here and then lurkering up this high ground. We will see. We'll see where the third base is going to show up, but it's going to be a 2-hatch muta play here, so the third base could be a little bit late. Second gas early here, man. Second gas relatively early, so it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks. RoyaL says, okay, fair enough. +1 attack. +1 attack on these Marines does help kill Mutalisks a little bit faster than a +0 attack. Stim on the way. All right, I'm posing a question to you guys. Out of these 2 universes, where would you like to live? The StarCraft universe or the Warhammer universe? Or maybe let's say the Diablo universe. right? So of those 3, which one would you like to live in? And my pick is going to be the StarCraft universe. Because it's, I don't know, man. It's not a good place to live, right? You've got Zerg everywhere. You've got Protoss glassing planets because there's a Zerg infestation on your planet. Imagine if the Zerg showed up. Here we go. 3rd hatch. 3 hatch Muta. Never mind. If the Zerg showed up, right, and then infested a country on the other side of the world from where you are, oh, never mind. 3rd hatch down here. Fair enough indeed. I guess this narrow ramp is easier to hold off against Marines. And then the Protoss show up and kill your entire planet. You're like, hey, we're not infested by Zerg in my country. And the Protoss are like, nope. Just a matter of time. Blah, everybody dies. Sounds like a pretty bad time, man. But, man, Warhammer, there are Tyranids. There are Eldari. There are Chaos Gods all over the place. And I don't know. I feel like Warhammer's a bad place to be. And in Diablo, again, there are constantly demons around. So I think my answer is StarCraft. Anyway, let me know in the comments what your answer is. We've got Mutalisks, 6 of them, +1 flyer attack. These 6 Mutalisks are not the only ones you're going to see here. Indeed. They're pulling back, waiting for reinforcements. 4 more Mutalisks getting started up here from Larva. So much Larva available for Larva because of those 3 hatches. And I was going to say, does RoyaL know it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks? Yeah, there are 4 turrets inside his natural base. Yes, he does indeed. If it was only going to be 5 or 6 mutas, 3 turrets is enough. But man, 4 mutas is an indication that he knows. He knows it's going to be a lot of Mutalisks here. Scanning, seeing no Sunkens, no Lurkers, no sign of a Hydra Den. Never mind. Hydra Den and Queen's Nest coming up at the same time at 7 minutes. All right, so we're going to see a Hive. We're going to see Lurkers. We're going to see those 2 things at the same time here. And stacked. Not quite a full stack yet. Just 10, but close enough. And 11. There it is. 11 mutas stacking. Overlord in the control group. You know how this works. And are we going to go ahead and jump on this Marine medic composition with our Lings? No, we are not. We're going to go ahead and counterattack into the natural. Nope. A lot of Marines there as well. Are we going to sandwich? Says RoyaL. What? Okay. Run. Get out of there. Get out of there. All right. I don't know. Yeah, I don't think this is enough to kill these Marines and these medics here. Again, +1 attack. Abusing the high ground here. And +1 attack is just not quite done here. Once it's done, I think he's going to be more aggressive. Lurker aspect on the way. Hive on the way. And Larva fans, RoyaL is here. Right here, not across the map. So you're happy about that. Still scanning the natural base here, seeing no Sunkens and no Lurkers. That is such a tempting target for RoyaL. But man, he needs to watch out. He needs to watch out for these Lings, needs to watch out for these Mutalisks. You can't just walk across the map and kill it. Especially with someone controlling Mutalisks as well as Larva does here. +1 attack is now done. We've got 10 Mutalisks. Man, excellent stim timing there from RoyaL. What's he following this up with? +1 infantry armor. A science facility. Scanning the main base. Seeing the Hive almost done. Seeing an evolution chamber. RoyaL is in danger right now. This is good stuff. And still, no full committal here from Larva. Just happy to keep RoyaL pinned right next to his natural base so he can expand, he can drone, he can tech up. This is an excellent opening here from Larva. Irradiate on the way. Scanning the 3rd, seeing the 3rd. And again, just walking across the map to destroy a 3rd base. Hard. It's hard against a Zerg player like Larva. We've got 2 tanks. Siege tech on the way. Maybe that's a sign of things to come. Mutas diving in onto the natural base here. Taking down 1 missile turret. Not getting a second there. And, ooh, taking out a Mutalisk. Excellent positioning there by those Marines from RoyaL. 1-1 on those Marines. We've got Consume and Adrenal getting started up now. And Marines, your days are numbered right now. In about 5 minutes or so, you're going to see a lot of Dark Swarm. You're going to see Adrenalings. You're going to wish you had a time machine to take you back to 10 minutes when those things were not available to the Zerg player. We've got Irradiate done. Irradiating the Mutalisks. Oh, irradiating a Mutalisk that was just about dead already, so it killed itself. Unlucky RNG there from RoyaL. We've got Sunkens here. We've got a lot of Lurkers. And are we in range of that tank here? Yes, we are indeed. Mutalisk trying to take down the siege tank. And yes, it does. Glaive Worm bounce there. High ground Lurkers. That is... Oh, excellent job there taking them down. Again, you miss shots, but you attack so fast. Sometimes it doesn't matter with these Marines. Excellent job there by RoyaL. And right now, we have almost Cracklings, and Consume is done. And bam, Consume is now done. Adrenal is now done. And the third base has been defended, at least for now. Wow. What a super... Oh, never mind. Super close defense there. Science Vessel down by Scourge and Dark Swarming the ramp, leading up to the third base. No Fire Bats. Only one Science Vessel, 0 tanks. Bam. This is locked down tight. Larva. Again, look at this. 4 separate Dark Swarms. Excellently placed. Every single one. Medics down, Marines down, everybody down. Third base from our guy RoyaL. He says, if I can't kill the third base of Larva, I'm in a lot of trouble here. So let's make a third base of my own. Let's see if we can check when the fourth base timing is with this Marine, but bleh, he's dead. And scanning? Scanning and seeing. All right, now there's 2 Sunkens. Now there's 2 Lurkers at the natural base. Nobody trying to stop me? What a wonderful time this is going to be. And then perching an Overlord over these Lurkers. Okay, never mind. Not quite perch. There we go. Perch, so you have to target the Overlord with Irradiate before you can target the Lurkers. It is so tough to do as a Terran player here, man. Irradiating, Dark Swarming. Yeah, and Adrenaling. Check it out, man. These Lings have +1 Carapace, no attack. +1/+1. With +2, just about to finish up here from RoyaL. And look, a Fire Bat. Fire Bat on the way. 3 more Fire Bats on the way. Excellent. Now we know how to handle Dark Swarm. Fire Bats. And, my goodness, just free Lings there. The Lings say, oh, I see the Fire Bats. Excellent scout there from the Zerglings. Good job, Larva. And attacking stuff inside Dark Swarm. Okay, I guess. There we go. Fire Bat shows up saying, Ling, you're dead now. Maybe some Lurkers underneath this Dark Swarm would be an excellent decision here. What is... Never mind. I thought I saw some RoyaL down in the bottom right-hand corner, but no, Plague is on the way. We also have 7 Fire Bats being pumped out at the same time. Fourth base. There are Lurkers there now. So we have to be careful, even with these Fire Bats, man. Lurkers are dangerous. And charging in underneath the Dark Swarm with Fire Bats, trying to help kill those Lurkers. And are we getting through there? Yes, Fire Bats alive, Lurkers dead. Fire Bats working on Lings. Scourge connecting on a Science Vessel. Creep Colony upgrading to a Sunken is going to be done in time here. Hydralisks inside versus Fire Bats. No, not a good thing indeed. Oh man, is RoyaL going to bust this position of Larvas? I feel like he is. Sunken down. Fourth hatch almost down here. What are we doing with these Marines? I don't know, RoyaL, but it's hard to control a lot of units in StarCraft. I know that to be true, and you do as well, especially if you are our level, and especially at RoyaL's and Larva's level as well. Nice Plague. We've got Hydras for these Fire Bats here. Excellent job. Switching into Hydralisks here. Inside Dark Swarm, Fire Bats win because they've got splash damage, and Hydras do not. But outside there, range advantage Hydralisks. Attacking advantage Hydralisks. I know Fire Bats do very well against Hydras if they're up close and personal, but they got to get there. Third base, already done. Here from our guy RoyaL at the 12 o'clock. maybe a 4th base here at the top right. Any sign of transitioning? We've got a 2nd factory on the way here. But again, maybe that's a response to the Hydralisks. 2 factories for the tanks against these Hydras, and then continuing to pump Marines and Firebats and Medics against this Hydra meta that is so popular these days is the response that Terran needs to do. Irradiating, Firebatting, pulling back to the Sunkening are these Hydralisks. Got an armory on the way here for these upgrades. And again, it's not a full mech transition at this point, but just enough tanks to help handle these Hydralisks. If you don't have any tanks versus Hydralisk and you're just doing full SK Terran versus Hydra Lurker, Defiler, Crackling, you're just going to die. It's really, really hard to deal with. It's a really fantastic adjustment to the meta that we've seen from Zerg players over the last couple of years, and it's really, really exciting. And then Terrans obviously figuring out, okay, what deals with Hydras? Well, siege tanks do pretty effectively. So they add some tanks in. Again, not a mech transition. This is going to be tanks, yes, but also we're going to still be making 5 Marines at a time. Upgrades for the mech, yeah, but also upgrades for the Marines. We're not skimping on those either. They've got 2-1. They're working on a +3 attack. Everything's looking fantastic there. 4th base, top right side. 4th base from Larva did get saved. He needs a 5th base if he's going to keep up with this. This is probably the position, or maybe over here, which are the positions that RoyaL is checking right now, right? 6 o'clock and the 9 o'clock. Scanning. Ultralisk Cavern is on the way. Science Vessel getting killed by the Hydras. See, that's what I'm talking about. And Defiler, just like get a Dark Swarm off down there. Do something. You've got 200 energy. 200 energy and dead. Yeah, this group of Lings dead to the Hydra meta with the Cracklings and the whatnot, and charging into the 4th base again. Here comes our guy with tanks now. RoyaL's got a Marines, a Firebats inside the Dark Swarm. Sunken getting hits off. Consume a Plague up on these units, falling back against the potential of the Plague. Plaguing the tanks is not a bad idea either. They do take damage from it. Not as much, proportionally as the Marines do, but still. And Dark Swarm trying to get these tanks out. No Firebats to stop this from happening. Well placed. Dark Swarm D-Matrix helping here as well, trying to keep the tank alive. Is it inside the Dark Swarm or out? It's hard to tell. I think these Lings are dying to the Marines because it's just barely outside of the Dark Swarm. Not the best one ever, but the tank dies anyway. And a sick Plague on the backside there by Larva. That was absolutely crazy. Dude, RoyaL's one of my favorite players to watch in TVZ, and Larva's one of my favorites in TVZ too. So this is a very, very, very fun game for me to cast. I love these guys. Tap that like button if you're enjoying this one. By the way, helps the algorithm know that I'm here. Dark Swarming up again. This is just, yeah, Larva is pushing RoyaL back and pushing him back towards the middle of the map, towards his side of the map. The more RoyaL is over there, the better it is for the Zerg player. Still no sign of a 5th base, though. RoyaL really keeping this pressure up in a way that Larva doesn't feel like he can expand to. Yeah, Cracklings and Hydras, +1 attack on the Hydras, but not on the Lings yet. Still no +1 attack there. Yes, Chitinous Plating's on the way. So he's going to have upgrades for the Ultras, which are going to join us a little bit later. No Scourge, absolutely not. No Defiler, also bad. Ling Hydra small group trying to head up the middle of the map, see what's going on. Getting hit by a group of Firebats. They're probably okay with that. Nice Plague on the Science Vessels and getting some extra hits there. Do Science Vessels die in middle of the map engagement? It's a weird one. I don't like this for Zergs necessarily, but nice Irradiates. Firebats causing all sorts of problems here. They want to get inside that Dark Swarm. They catch a Plague, which means they're going to die very, very fast. Oh, Science Vessels, 4 of them just died in quick succession. Excellent targeting by those Hydras from Larva. 6 plays. Tanks coming down. Are we late to the party, they say? Yeah, a little bit late to the party. Don't worry about it. Okay, so the attack up this way did not go as Larva planned. Can he still not get up this ramp? My gosh, he plagues everybody and says maybe that's going to be enough. I think he was trying to attack up here into this 12 o'clock. Couldn't get there. Did kill some Science Vessels, though, which is massive, obviously. Yeah, I mean, Plagued Marines, they're amazing when they have upgrades, but when they don't have any HP, they're not. Anabolic Synthesis is on the way. Science Vessel Energy coming in here, too. Still no sign of a 5th base. This is really good from RoyaL. RoyaL's just up massively. Economically huge. This needs to be an expansion. This needs to be an expansion for Larva if he's going to stay in this game. He's got the 3 o'clock. Can he hold it? No, he doesn't have enough. Nice Plague, but Plague units aren't dead units. They can still come back here. Okay, he's going to block the ramp with a Lurker Egg. That's going to buy a little bit of time for Ultras to get up on this high ground. for this hatch to finish. Maybe get some Sunkens, get some Lurkers up there. The 6 o'clock is now coming in too. So Larva's doing what he can do to stay alive. More scans from RoyaL, constantly checking. He sees that base. Wonderfully done. The 6 o'clock he doesn't know about quite yet, but I'm sure he's going to assume it's there. If not there yet, another Dark Swarm in the middle of the map. Firebat's in there. I just don't like Zerg taking engagements in the middle of the map like this with a Dark Swarm, but that's okay. He's getting some tank kills. He's getting some Firebats dead here. This is a lot of tank, but look, we're still making medics. We're still building Marines. This is not a mech transition. It's just the Marine tank stuff. That was very popular back way 20 years ago. It's kind of making a comeback now because of the Zerg adjusting the meta. It's great. Behold, everybody dying that way. RoyaL's macro is honestly just killer. He is just on fire. Oh, taking the center. Sort of a plague on the building command center and the SCV. That is an interesting plague. That felt very targeted. I'm not sure if it should have been, but a little bit of some Ling attack up the right side. They got the +1 attack now. Firebats in number to make them retreat. It's okay. Transferring some of the drones down to the 6 o'clock base. That's probably the safest one right now. This is a little more vulnerable just because it's closer to the Terran. Putting some tanks on this low ground could be very difficult for Larva to dislodge. What a match this is for your Wednesday, folks. And Ling Lurker Ultra charging up again. Can they get in there on top of the tanks? Yes, these tanks are on top of. These tanks are getting hit on top as well. Actually, these guys are okay. They cleared that out. Irradiating the Ultras is always a good move. I mean, hey, irradiating anything that Zerg has is pretty much going to do a lot of damage to it. Not going to kill an Ultra straight up. I love that Ultra staying inside the Dark Swarm. Feasibly staying inside the Dark Swarm. No, okay, this guy's out of Dark Swarm. He's doing great. Yeah, once the Ultras and the Dark Swarm start coming out, suddenly it's going to be a lot tougher for RoyaL. Another sick Dark Swarm. Keeping this Ultralisk alive. Larva's not even really trying to stay inside the Dark Swarm as much as I think he should. Now he is. Once you're in the red on those Ultras, you probably don't want to engage outside of the safety of the orange cloud all that much. 164 to 135 supply, though. RoyaL is up big time. Like I said, economically crushing it now. Oh, I was going to say, this is really undefended. And then high ground siege tanks were here. Never mind. Incredibly defended. Dude, I cannot believe he saved that. I mean, I believe he saved it, but this is just something you do. If you've got the factories, put tanks on the high ground. Ling Ultra coming up here to try to mess your top right bases. No, the center base belonging to RoyaL is a killer move. It's got gas on it. I mean, there's not a lot of minerals here. It's 2,000 total, but 2,000 minerals can be the difference between winning and losing against somebody as good as Larva. 6 Ultras on the way, plaguing there. More upgrades coming in for the Hydras and the Ultras and the Lings. More upgrades for tanks, for Marines. We've got more science vessels on the way here too from RoyaL. Left side base, surprisingly, nobody's tried to take that one yet. And I'm kind of like shocked that RoyaL hasn't. I feel like that would be a good idea for him. Nice Plague-oo. I mean, it's a maxed out RoyaL right now. That is so intimidating. Maxed out RoyaL. 200 supply to 167 for the Zerg. But Dark Swarm Ling Ultra is kind of hard to deal with, but the tanks are such a good answer to it. Charging in. Dark Swarms coming in. Another one on the right side would be great. Firebats attacking Ultras over there. Not a good, oh my gosh, not a good thing. The Dark Swarm is covering the center of the map like an ancient plague from Egypt. The siege tanks. There's another tank line. There's another tank line. This isn't mech, but man, the tank count is basically mechy here. It is an insane amount. Scourge. No, 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 no. Maybe this one will get a hit. Yay! One science vessel died for like 12 Scourge. This tank's alive with 4 hit points. Yeah, it's the tanks. Look, it's amazing too, because if the Zerg wants to transition into Ling Ultra from the Hydra meta, your tanks are going to do very well against the Ultras too, if you got enough of them. I'm not saying make 2 tanks and you're safe against Ultras, but 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 tanks in lines like this. Look at this. Look at these Ultras taking big time shots. Scourge looking for science vessels. Oh, that one's going to just kind of ran right into the Scourge. That's not ideal. And trying to kill these tanks while irradiated, while Marines are firing at you. Crackling trying to come in I just think Larva's running out of steam here, folks. He doesn't have a ton of money. I mean, not that RoyaL's rolling in it. He's got about 2,800 here. But, I mean, Ultra on its own. There are some crackling supporting. No Dark Swarm. No Plague here. There you go. Consume. Dark Swarm the area. Dark Swarm the ramp. Good. Guess what's coming out? More tanks. More Marines. RoyaL's macro. Getting these 2 bases were massive for him. If he wins this game, I'm going to attribute it to these 2 bases belonging to him as early as they did. 3 tanks at a time being produced. Yeah, trying to jump on these tanks, and yeah, you get on top of them, but I just don't think there's enough here from Larva to do this. Yeah, 3, 4 Ultra Corpses on the right side. Nope, nope. This is not happening. I mean, he does shut down the tank position here on the low ground, which keeps this right side base alive, which is nice. He did kill the center base attempt, which is nice. Uh-oh. Maybe expanding down the left side here. Dark Swarm. There we go. Yeah, that's the only reason you're ever going to possibly win this engagement is with the Dark Swarm. And the Plagues. There's the Plague. That's exactly what Larva needs to hang in this game. Nope. Decided. Wait, what? 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 No. 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 Jadong taps out? What are you talking about? What is... How? Dude, okay. Dude was maxed out, had a bank. I know he wasn't going to be able to hold the center right now. But, dude, Larva's at 130 supply. He's got like 8 Hydras and a Defiler and 2 Defilers and a Ling. I mean, that's a sick Plague, but that's not a reason to tap out of the game. Back it up, back it up, back it up. I gotta see this one again. Look at this. 175 to 139 supply. Yes, he does manage to get RoyaL off of the, this front porch. He holds onto this base, but I don't know. I guess he's mining here. Still mining from his natural somehow. It's at 53 drones. It's not 65 or 70. Yeah, this Ultra's dead. This Ultra's dead. These Ultras are all dead. 165 to 129 supply. Continuing to pump tanks and Marines. He does get shoved back from this spot. And the Plague happens, and that's it, right? He GG's. He's basically like, oh, I got Plague, GG. He's still mining from here. He's still mining from here. He's still mining from here. He can probably expand here and get away with it. He's got this group of dudes. He's got these guys coming out. I just disagree. The income is great. The bank is okay. I know you can't have the center base, but I don't think you need the center base. I wholeheartedly disagree with that, GG. I do. He's got +3 tanks firing away on stuff. The Hydras are not going to do very well against this tank line. Yes, this group got plagued, but like I said, he's got other groups of people elsewhere. The center is not live or die, not life or death. Again, take this base. Larva's not exactly crushing it, man. His production tab has 2 Ultras and 11 Lings. Oh, I disagree. I don't think I've disagreed with a GG harder in my casting career than that one by RoyaL. Wow, so Larva gets the win. Let me know in the comments if you think I'm wrong about this and explain why, because from what I can see from the game, no way. He outproduced the Terran. He got outkilled by the Terran by a wider amount. Structures raised, 75 to 38. Or 5 to 2, constructed, whatever. 5 to 2, irrelevant. And the outspend by Larva is only about 5,000. Less than 5,000 resources in 26 minutes, folks. That is not good. That is not good. Oh. gosh. What an insane, insane game for a Wednesday. I cannot believe that RoyaL tapped out there. I got to ask RJB why RoyaL tapped out. I disagree with this 110%. But again, let me know in the comments. It was just a back and forth, up and down. I mean, if that fourth base dies from Larva in the bottom left, he probably loses the game there, but he holds it. He gets a fifth base really late, but he double expands and gets away with both of them. He holds the 3 o'clock, which is also key. So he does a lot of good things, but it's not like he was killing bases that belong to the Terran. RoyaL didn't lose a base today. Not even close. I don't think a base of his even got attacked. The closest time any RoyaL's bases got attacked was at the natural base when mutas were hitting and they killed that one missile turret. That was it. 12 o'clock, no. Top right, no. Main, no. Center, I guess, but it didn't exist when it got attacked, so I don't think it really counts. But anyway, holy smokes. What a crazy, crazy, crazy showing there from Larva. Good game, but I still think he should have lost. I don't know. All right, cool. Well, that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered and a very weird TVZ. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, Twitch, Instagram, TikTok, and Blue Sky, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.